Hey guys, today's on schizophrenia and responsibility. But before we get to this, please allow my brief prelude. As you know, I've conveniently recorded it for our mutual comfort, our mutual convenience, and our mutual luxury. And hey, listen, I'm no spring chicken, and I've been around a few preludes in my years. I'm telling you, this prelude, it's got something that's particularly luxurious. Kind of like, you got something today under the sun? Is it under the sun luxurious? Really big rock. Yeah.
Hello there, my name is Robert Francis. You've stumbled on my Conquering Schizophrenia
rock.
YouTube channel, where me and the bird, that's right,
I think it
we
would
talk
qualify
schizophrenia.
as boulder.
This is the cut of my jib right here for reasons of my medical confidentiality.
Mike Duran, he flies in the sun, that's what he does.
Social worker times 15 years.
Fully recovered from sciatica.
I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia for a score 5-1.
Mike Duran.
And that puts a little gray fleck in my beard.
Thank you for your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you for joining me on my
He's
channel.
Doing much better.
Now to topic.
Before I was diagnosed with schizophrenia some 25 years ago, my behavior was very, very erratic. And it was really gray. It's really gray at that time whether or not we're responsible for our actions. I would say some of my actions I was not responsible for before I was diagnosed. And before I was on meds, and before I knew I had schizophrenia. There was no insight into the illness. Nobody thought I had it, and I was acting erratic, and my behavior was irresponsible, and I really didn't have a lot of culpability because of my thoughts. At the time, they were very psychotic, but there's a tipping point. There's definitely a tipping point where once you're diagnosed and you have the meds and such, I think that there's a full responsibility towards our actions, particularly in not hurting others or ourselves for that matter, but particularly not saying erratic things, saying hurtful things to other people. There's definitely a line in the sand at some point where you just say, yeah, I'm responsible for what I say and do. And it's important to come to that tipping point and take responsibility for our actions. You know, we may be psychotic and have to walk away and sulk, but that's a better alternative than lashing out at other people or yourself. So if you're psychotic and you know you're having symptoms and such, you know, there's ways to deal with it without causing harm to self or others. You know, like I said, if you're having symptoms and you're feeling really, really bad, you could just walk away and get some time alone or talk to somebody you trust or something like that. So I think there's a definite tipping point with our responsibility with our actions. At once, I wasn't very responsible for my actions. I got to say that with, that was a long time ago. I got to say that with some honesty, but there was a tipping point shortly thereafter I was diagnosed and started meds where I became responsible for all of my actions, and I continue to be responsible for my actions now and going forward evermore. A really big rock. I have a huge, huge rock. I guess it's a boulder. I have a boulder outside of my dwelling, and I love it. I love it. I always want to sit on it like the thinker. Every time I walk by it, I want to sit on it like the thinker. Whoever that artist was that did the thinker. I forget. All right, guys. A little ditty on responsibility. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.